We always think of microorganisms, such as bacteria, as something bad that we want to get rid of. But what if I tell you that microorganisms can actually help us make our drinking water safer? One of the challenges for producing safe drinking water is the contamination of water resources with what we call micropollutants. Micropollutants are contaminants coming from several different sources. So for instance, pharmaceuticals, personal care products, pesticides, industrial chemicals, and so on. These contaminants are present in the environment at very low concentrations, but already at those concentrations they can be harmful to the environment and to human health when water contaminated with micropollutants is used to produce drinking water. One of the ways that we have in drinking water production to remove these contaminants is by filtering the water with a material called activated carbon. Activated carbon is nothing more than a solid material made of carbon that has many holes, which we call pores. And in these pores, the micropollutants can interact with the carbon surface and stick to it. But you can imagine that the more micropollutants stay on the carbon surface, the less space there will be for new contaminants to come and do the same. And because of that, every now and then, the carbon needs to be sent for reactivation, so then it's clean again and we can use it again. The problem is that reactivation is done at very high temperatures, which means that this process causes greenhouse gas emissions. And of course, we want to avoid that. With my research, I investigate if we can use microorganisms to biodegrade the micropollutants in the filters in a way that the filter lifetime can be extended and we have to send the carbon less often for reactivation. With the use of the activated carbon in the filters, microorganisms will naturally grow on the carbon surface. And what I've shown with my research is that these microorganisms that grow in the drinking water treatment plants can degrade some of the micropollutants that we need to remove from water. What I've also shown is that if we take all the microorganisms from different environments, microorganisms that we know that can degrade certain micropollutants, and if we bring them to the lab, introduce them to the filters, and give them the right conditions to grow, they will continue degrading the micropollutants in the filters, and this does extend the filter lifetime, meaning that we have to send the carbon less often to reactivation. Of course, there are still several knowledge gaps that we need to fill before we can start applying this in real scale. But we do know already that microorganisms can help us removing micropollutants from water, and with that, make our treatment technologies more sustainable. So next time you're thirsty and you open the tap, think of all the bacteria that can do the hard work for you to make sure you get to drink clean and safe water.